For about 6 months, I worked in South Africa, and then I got offered a job with actually a Coca-Cola bottler, a franchisee, back in Zambia. So I moved there. The owner eventually, I owe him a real debt of gratitude. He said, I think there's a bigger world for you, there's a bigger career, and I've set up an interview for you with the Coca-Cola Company. And I joined the Coca-Cola Company. It was actually an Irish-American called Al Colleen. He was a great believer in people, and he would come around and sit on the edge of your desk and talk to you, and believed in developing young people. And of course, I valued that, and I think that's very important. Something I try to do as well, that mentoring. Don Keogh, former president of the Coca-Cola Company, another great mentor, someone who loved teaching, which again is a very Irish trait. It's the storytelling, it's the teaching. You can't walk out there and say, I'm a leader. You become a leader. And it's that knowledge that other people want you to lead them that develops you. I mean, that is actually how it happens. And that's the story I told earlier. That's the surprise piece that comes through. And then you say, I can do that, and people actually respect my opinions and will listen to me. And of course, the other piece of leadership is being able to hold your view and argue your point. And you get taught to do that in Ireland as well. I worked for people who were terrible man managers. It was really management by fear. You have to survive that. You have to get through all of that. And I thought, it's not me, for a start. But I really always knew there was a better way, because how do you multiply yourself? Particularly that the higher you go up the tree, the more you've got to multiply yourself. You can't be an individual contributor. That's what management's all about. That's what leadership's all about. So how do you do that? Well, you motivate people. And that's where emotional intelligence comes in. Yes, you have to gather the skills and the knowledge and the expertise that are specific to the business, and I did that. The company sent me to a management program at the Harvard Business School, and I re-educated myself and got myself up to speed. But that's the easy piece. I mean, that's just a little bit more learning. That's all it is. And more we've seen. I've been very fortunate because I was in a real minority, 41, 42 years ago when I started out. And now you see the management of people and the ability to manage people, and also what young people will accept in terms of how they're related to and how they're managed is fundamentally different. You have to allow them to be themselves. You have to allow them to develop themselves. The regimentation of 40, 50, 60 years ago is gone. And to do that, emotional intelligence is a piece of it, and that's the link to sociability as well. Now, it's not about popularity, okay? That's not what it's all about. It's about being able to lead people in a way that they respect what you're asking them to do, and they will buy into the vision that you have about what you want to do with the business. Our business is very, very much a people business. Nearly all businesses are. And high-performing businesses have got engaged people who believe in the business they're in, and the mission, and the values, and the vision. All right? Those are communicated by the leadership from the top. You do that by being able to communicate, but also by being genuine and able to relate. If you want just a small little phrase that sums up what I believe in is, I hear what you say, but I see what you do. And if you act that out in terms of relating to people in the right way, it's amazing what you can get done, which you actually get a lot of credit for in a business, because people really want to work for you and excel. As emotional intelligence becomes a bigger part, certainly in the business world even, of the equation, I think that there's a very specific advantage that you have because of the social genre, the way that you're brought up in an Irish community, in Irish society, that equips you extremely well for leadership in today's world.